You might think that the smartest CEOs always make perfect decisions, but history proves otherwise. Even brilliant leaders like Steve Jobs, Jeff Bezos, or Elon Musk have made choices that backfired spectacularly. Why do intelligent leaders sometimes fail, and what lessons can we learn from their mistakes? Let's explore. 1. Intelligence versus decision-making. Being intelligent doesn't automatically make someone a good decision maker. Intelligence allows CEOs to analyze data, understand markets, and see trends others might miss. But decisions involve uncertainty, risk, and human behavior, which aren't always predictable or logical. Even highly intelligent CEOs are susceptible to cognitive biases, overconfidence, and emotional reasoning. Take the example of a CEO who invests heavily in a product they believe in, even when early indicators show it's failing. Their intelligence tells them the project could succeed, but emotions, pride, and past investments cloud judgment. This shows the difference between knowing the right facts and actually making the right decision. Intelligence alone cannot protect from misjudgments. CEOs also need humility, self-awareness, and the ability to balance emotion with rational thinking. 2. Overconfidence and blind spots. One of the most common reasons smart CEOs make mistakes is overconfidence. When leaders have a track record of success, they may start to believe they are infallible. They dismiss warnings, ignore critics, and assume their instincts are enough to guide decisions. Elizabeth Holmes of Theranos is a stark example. A brilliant entrepreneur, she convinced investors and the media of her vision. Yet she repeatedly ignored testing failures, ethical concerns, and expert criticism. Her overconfidence led to one of the most infamous business collapses of the 21st century. Overconfidence often creates blind spots. A CEO may assume past strategies will work again, or that their talent guarantees success. This can lead to risky expansions, product launches without adequate testing, or ignoring market changes. Even tech giants aren't immune. Jeff Bezos, during Amazon's early years, nearly faced collapse in 2000 because rapid expansion outpaced the company's capacity, a decision fueled partly by confidence in his vision. The lesson: intelligence plus experience doesn't replace careful evaluation and humility. 3. Emotional investment and the sunk cost fallacy. Smart CEOs are often deeply invested in their ideas, emotionally, financially, and reputationally. This can cloud judgment. The sunk cost fallacy occurs when leaders continue investing in failing projects simply because they've already spent time, money, or effort. Kodak is a classic case. The company invented the digital camera, but feared it would cannibalize their film business. Executives ignored the new technology for years, even as competitors like Canon and Sony capitalized on the digital revolution. Smart leaders, experienced in the industry, let emotional attachment to the past prevent rational decision-making. Even Elon Musk has demonstrated the danger of emotional investment. Tesla nearly went bankrupt multiple times, yet Musk risked his personal fortune and made high-stake decisions that could have ended the company. The key takeaway: being emotionally attached to an idea is natural, but leaders must distinguish between commitment and obsession. Smart decisions require objective evaluation, not just belief in one's own genius. 4. Cognitive biases in decision-making. Even the most intelligent leaders are affected by cognitive biases, mental shortcuts that distort judgment. These biases can turn smart decisions into costly mistakes. Confirmation bias, seeking only information that supports existing beliefs. CEOs may ignore warning signs because they want their vision to succeed. Anchoring bias, relying too heavily on a single metric or past success, assuming it guarantees future results. Availability bias, making decisions based on recent experiences instead of all relevant data. Groupthink, accepting consensus without questioning assumptions, often because no one challenges a powerful leader. Blockbuster's failure is a perfect example. The executives ignored the rise of streaming and online rentals because their collective mindset assumed traditional video rental would continue dominating. Kodak, as mentioned, fell victim to similar biases. Even with intelligence, these biases can dominate decision-making without checks. Self-awareness, structured decision processes, and seeking dissenting opinions are essential tools to counteract them. 5. Risk-taking versus recklessness. Smart CEOs often embrace risk because they understand markets and technology better than most. But there is a fine line between calculated risk and reckless behavior. Elon Musk exemplifies this. SpaceX and Tesla involve massive financial and technological risks, but Musk's careful engineering, strategy, and contingency planning allowed him to succeed. However, other moves, like his attempt to take Tesla private via tweets, backfired legally and financially, illustrating that even intelligence cannot always prevent mistakes when risk exceeds control. The lesson: successful CEOs balance intelligence with humility, planning, and risk management. Overestimating one's ability to control outcomes is a common trap for even the smartest leaders. 6. Real-life CEO failures. Some examples highlight the pattern of smart CEOs making mistakes. 1. Elizabeth Holmes, Theranos. Brilliant but overconfident, ignored expert warnings and misrepresented the technology. 2. Kodak executives ignored digital innovation to protect film revenue despite knowing the trend. 3. Steve Jobs, innovator but made mistakes like rejecting the Newton PDA prematurely, yet he learned and adapted. 4. Jeff Bezos, lost billions on Fire Phone and other experiments but pivoted successfully due to resilience and strategic thinking. 5. Elon Musk, Tesla and SpaceX faced near bankruptcy multiple times. High-stakes moves sometimes caused legal or financial setbacks. These examples show a consistent theme. Intelligence alone doesn't prevent error. Human factors, biases, emotions, culture, pressure shape outcomes as much as intellect. Smart leaders can fail spectacularly, especially when they ignore warning signs or overestimate their control. 7. How smart CEOs can avoid dumb decisions. Even intelligent leaders can improve outcomes by implementing strategies to mitigate mistakes. Encourage dissent. Create a culture where employees can safely challenge ideas. Use data-driven processes. Decisions should rely on verified evidence, not intuition alone. Check biases. Regularly assess assumptions. Seek external advice and question instincts. Separate ego from decisions. Focus on facts, not personal pride or reputation. Scenario planning. Prepare for best and worst case outcomes before committing. Build diverse teams. Diversity of thought reduces groupthink and blind spots. These steps don't eliminate mistakes, but reduce predictable errors. Intelligence is a tool, but without disciplined thinking, feedback, and planning, it's not enough. CEOs who recognize their limitations, surround themselves with honest advisors, and implement structured decision-making processes are far more likely to turn intelligence into consistent success. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe for more updates.